Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another stream. Still sick, yeah. Oh man, this is probably the longest time I've been sick. Usually, just it takes about few days, maybe. I would say, not longer than 2 to 3 days, maybe. But this time it's been long, actually. Even when I'm seriously sick, it's still not the severe. I mean, it's not a severe sickness, but it's just you know it's taking longer, I guess. Because I remember the other time I was actually sick, and it was only for about 3 days actually, but I was seriously sick. It was intense, you know, to a point where I could not. I think it was because of the fever that I had that day. So, to the point where I was struggling to move around, I guess. Yeah, but hopefully, I get better soon. It's there are some people who when they're sick, you just feel sorry for them. It's almost how can I say it? It's almost as if they're living on the edge, right? And that if they don't get better, it's either that or they'll probably die or something like that. That's how I sometimes look, I guess. It's it's that it feels so sad, it's almost like I look like a sad person, I guess. Because that's what I'm always told, when I'm sick, it's so sad. Everything that I do it at a slow pace, but hopefully not this, what I'm doing here right now. Alright, this face is, honestly, I don't know how to get the desired result. It'll probably be one challenging face to create. But the thing is, I still cannot, I don't know why, but it still does not feel like this character looks similar or anything similar to Ahsoka, I guess. How is it that I cannot get the features of this character? Because what I know, when creating a face, right, things to take note of, I guess, is or maybe I'm just wrong, but things that I know that you should take note of is the cheek area, how the cheek are, and then the nose bridge, of course, it's important. The forehead is definitely important. And the jawline, I feel like that's what I know so far, along with the chin. I mean, like, if it's something that I'm missing, you know, that's probably what the reason why I'm not getting this character is not looking how I wanted. But for now, what I'm gonna do is move on to creating the rest of the assets and then come back to the face, because I've been far too long, you know, on the face that I haven't even started with the other areas, I guess. Alright. What to start with? Maybe the jacket. I'm not sure. Like, is this? Wait, which one did I say I was gonna use? This one, right? But when you look at it here, it looks like one object, right? Skirt, or rather like a dress instead of a skirt, instead of a shirt then a skirt. It looks like as if it's just one dress, and then, you know, with these on the side. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna separate it into a skirt and the shirt. Just gonna make it one thing, I guess. I mean, even here, you know, with this reference, that's what I get, so that's what I'll make it. Okay, let's do this. Let's hide this, and then hide this part, then hide this part. Then we have this, right? Instead of doing what I was actually trying to do, then just separate it and unhide everything. Actually, let's just hide the base. Wait. Gonna scale this out a little bit. And then over here I can just delete this completely. Okay. So let's I'm gonna delete that. I mean, some of these things, you know, it doesn't have to follow the topology that this type of topology, I guess. Can just, it works for the body, but you know, for the clothing, it's just, you know, it looks ridiculous basically. So just gonna remove some of these, I guess. And here I'm actually gonna separate these into two loops. Just gonna delete these faces. Actually no, I need I'm just gonna delete these ones and this. And then I'm gonna add one loop here and just, you know, connect this. I should have made that into two loops, but what's done is done. I'm just gonna turn off the mirror modifier of this one. Right. I feel like some of these loops are actually not needed. This one. Wait, let's just see. I wanna compare it with the base. Let's see how. Then I can remove that. It's just gonna look weird if, you know, it stays here, I guess. I'm just gonna also remove these loops. I mean, like, I used to leave them, but now it's just, you know, actually what I can do is change the direction, you know. If maybe like I wanna keep the shape, but I don't want the loop to look the way it looks, I guess. Okay. By the way, actually these need to come back out. Right. Yeah, this also needs to change. Does it though? Actually, I think the shape is gonna stay because I don't know. No, actually, just gonna move it. Okay, you know what? Yeah, gonna leave it. Actually. I think I can get this better, this shape where I can pinch this and then it will retain that shape, I guess. I don't know. I still want more. What's this? Vertices going across. Can we just add? But I don't like this. Okay, let's just bring the base and cover this up. Actually, let's just use the move tool. A lot more better actually. What I wanna do is hide the rest of this. I'm just gonna yeah. And you see, this is why I wanted actually more loops to this, because with this, you know, it worked. Instead, you know, when I leave it as like this, it looks weird sometimes. So that's why I wanted to take this approach, you know, as when I leave it to have the same what's this, polys and the direction of the breast, I guess. It's, you know, it just looks weird. So I thought maybe a different approach, you know, might be better. Then, you know, that would mean adding more loops going across actually. Maybe around here and here. For this one, what I can do is actually take this down and then add a loop here. Maybe I should also do a research, like you know, as to how I can actually go about approaching this space. it's just the shape, you know, I guess. I don't know, even with the reference, I'm still struggling to see how she looks. I know exactly how she looks, but you know, getting the result, I guess that's where the challenge is. Yeah. This is what I actually want to avoid, you know. I know it adds more loops here, but over here then, you know, it just creates this so many loops, I guess. You know what I'm thinking of? Some of these, you know, they should go in that direction actually. Maybe that might work. You know, instead of I don't know. I was thinking of, you know, redirecting them in this direction. This way, I guess. Right. Just a quick question, right? Does, you know, when you look at other models on any platform, right, is it discouraging, or you know, or do you find it as an inspiration? Like I mean, like certain, like I don't know how to say it, these models are actually good, right? And you know the current level you're at, but I guess when you compare yourself with them, do you usually find yourself being discouraged by it, or do you think, oh, okay, one day I'm gonna reach this level? It's not, you don't think much of it. You just think of an art which you feel you will surpass that. Because in my case, I think it's sometimes it's a mix of the two, I guess. Other times it's inspiration. I see a model and think, oh, okay, I want to model something like that. And then other times, you see that and you think, damn. You wonder when you're gonna reach that level, I guess. I know it's almost like it's not a good thing to do, but it happens, I guess. It's other times, it's not like you try to not think of what you see and thinking that's good, and getting discouraged from it. But other times, it does it does discourage me, I guess. But usually, when I do get discouraged, I just model, create something, then I usually feel better. Or usually these days I'm just writing, I guess. Even when I write, I guess it helps a lot. But the quick sculpting is the one that is a lot more helpful, I guess. Because that one, I don't spend my too much time thinking about how my results look, I guess. And because of that, it just takes me away from all these thoughts that I have of how certain art is and where my current level is, I guess. I need that outside. But other times I think it's I feel like it's because I still haven't I feel like I need a mentor. I'm at a point where I'm actually have reached what can I say, like a point where I've stopped seeing any progress in my art. And with that, I feel like I'm at a point where I should get a mentor or someone that will guide me with the progress or the struggles that I'm failing to see. Like, I know I'm struggling, but I guess it's because I don't know what it is. How to tackle that struggle, I guess, or how to see what I'm missing, you know, from my art. Usually, you know, improvement. You'll see your art good to a certain point, and then all of a sudden, you know, you reach a specific point, and then you know you're no longer seeing those mistakes or anything that is wrong with what you're doing. I guess I think that's the danger zone. Maybe I just, you know, I consider it the danger zone. Like the part once you reach a point where you no longer see your improvement. I guess. Right. I'm gonna add one more loop here, or maybe two. I know it's, yeah, I will find a way to redirect this, I guess. Maybe like have them go in that direction. To space these out, you know, it's the spacing of them right now, it's terrible. Okay, I'm also gonna add a couple of loops here. No, this way, yeah, so the place where I actually want to just cut it off, I guess. Then, you know, it's creating this, which I don't like. Ooh, okay. Yeah. So now, which do I? No, actually, I like the way the deltoid looks. And besides, if I, you know, apply then it's gonna do that. So maybe this part is the part where I can change. Wonder how that's gonna look. Wait, let's just hide the base. So I'm just wondering, should I move this over there or just leave it like this? I think this way is actually a lot more better. And then, you know, I can actually have this loop over here. Yeah, this is actually a lot more better, actually. Hmm. I haven't played League of Legends for quite some time, actually. You know, it's one of the few games that I usually download. You know, I update it, but I rarely ever play it. Like, I remember the last time I actually played it was before that, right? Before downloading it again. I remember playing it in 2016, and then you know, like some time passed without even touching it. I see it on my desktop every time, but I don't ever play it. I think like up to 2020, that's when I started noticing it. Because during that year, I was actually quite, you know, bored, and I guess I didn't know what to do. Even though you know, I guess I didn't have. It was before I had a proper setup, you know, art setup, you know, the monitors and everything. I guess before I even thought of streaming. And you know, I downloaded this the game, and I played it like maybe 3 times or 4 times. Then I stopped. I guess, you know, I stopped and just continued doing other things, I guess. And since then, you know, I haven't played it. Let's just pull these out completely. Then you can just bring them back. I think, you know, the decision of starting to stream was a really good decision, because before I couldn't imagine myself ever going online and talking, you know, even though I knew that sometimes, even that, I mean, I heard that sometimes you would just talk to yourself, without getting any response. But the idea at first, I didn't like it. I remember my uncle telling me, "Yo, try this." You never know. You might just eventually find yourself doing it more than you thought, right? And yeah. It took me a year to actually finally decide, that, oh, okay, let me try it. Because at first I just didn't like the idea of going talking on stream or any platform, because even on online games, right, I don't communicate that much, I guess. So the idea of that, it just felt like it was taking me out of my comfort zone. And so until I accepted that, okay, maybe it's time for me to actually get away from my comfort zone. That was what, 2021. Yeah, that's when I decided, what, even if it's uncomfortable, might as well just try it, right? And that's how I got to streaming, I guess. But honestly, I thought, it's one of the things that I actually thought it was gonna be a lot easier. Like with YouTube, I knew, YouTube is quite challenging, but I felt like streaming would just be easy, I guess. I don't know why. It just, in my mind, it just felt like anyone who's a streamer it's not that much of a challenging thing to do, I guess. And even though I was uncomfortable with it, it's just, it just didn't feel like, if once you start doing it, you would it would be challenging. Yeah, you'd have to learn how to speak for such long times. I guess it's those things, you just don't think about them when you're not doing it, but once you start doing it, and you start thinking, oh damn, I can't believe I used to think that. All right, it's looking okay.
Seems to circle the other. As you go, you remain a stranger to me, to you. But our pieces left uncovered. I'm thinking about four-leaf clovers. I've got composure, silver coin. You hold me, turn me over. I never expect to forget about it.
All right. Let's see. I feel like this part still needs should add a loop over here. This neck part, I'm actually gonna separate it from this, I guess. Actually, wait. Yeah. No, let's just keep it.
Swimming with the sharks. Swimming with the sharks. It's out of my control. You said the
Let's just remove the body because it's confusing right now.
big ocean. Tell me, darling, is this what you want? Oh, and all you could ask for never made its way into your eyes. Cold in the water, cold unless you're keeping a disguise. All you could ask for never made its way into your eyes. So very clever, leaving me to wonder what you hide.
I think the greatest for me this year, you know, I would say that starting the YouTube channel was, you know, a big challenge, I guess. Probably the greatest challenge this year. I mean, it was, you know, I knew, you know, it's something that you know, I would have a lot of things to learn, you know, as I progress, I guess. But you know, it became a lot more of a challenge than I thought it was, you know. But mostly I think it's the fact that, you know, I don't know, it's not that I'm procrastinating or anything, but you know, I usually do find myself okay, where does this start and when? You know what, let's hide these. Okay, so basically this goes straight up actually. Alright, so at some point it has to, you know, I guess. But yeah, talking about you know, recording for YouTube, I knew it was gonna be difficult, but you know, I didn't think it would be this difficult, I feel. And mostly it's because, you know, I mean, like, writing the script is the part where I usually take a long time, you know, to come up with anything, you know, how to say certain things, I guess, how to explain something. That's where the challenge is actually. You know, and also having to check whether you're not repeating yourself, because you don't want to say something and, you know, already you have made a point but you're still talking about it, you know. It's annoying to hear something like that, you know. I guess So having to check all of these, uh sometimes you don't even notice that you're repeating yourself, I guess. And so yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge, cleaning up everything that you write, honestly, if I would look back at my younger self, this would be like how would I say it? It's one of those things that would become a shock, I guess, because back then I'd always tell myself, oh, okay, you're finished with high school, Thank God, no more writing. No more writing essays, no more, having to write any words, I guess. You'll probably just go through your life creating characters and not worrying about scripts and any of those, right? And it just, and now here I am, doing the exact same things that I thought I would never be, do again, I guess. And the first time I was actually shocked with this was when I was in university. Yeah, that's when they told us to write an essay. I was like, what the? I'm doing art. What am I doing with essays? Yeah, like, hey, it's part of the work. Scripting and all these things. It comes with the job, and that's what. When I told one of my friends, back in high school, the guy just laughed at me like, "Oh yeah, I remember you said that," And I looked at you. The guy looks at me, and he doesn't even tell me, because the guy is smart, So I would think, hey, dude, what are you even saying? You're doing art, because that back then I was actually quite, I guess I wouldn't. I would say I was not that knowledge. Yeah. So the guy just, he laughed. Oh man, I was like, dude, you're mean. How could you? How could you do that? Like to a friend. But anyways, now here I am writing in, the very things that I hated, I guess, in high school. I'm doing them. Right. The dress looks boxy for some reason. That's, I want to avoid that. Because when you look at it, although it's not that much, but it does, look a little bit boxy. Actually, it's two separate things actually. Yeah, based on the outfit, it looks like it's actually. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's two separate things. It's actually just just that the grayscale model is the one that confused me. It's actually okay, I'm a little bit confused. Is it one thing or is it separate things? When I look at it here, right, it looks like one thing. But when you look at the actual costume of here, you can tell that it's two separate things. Maybe this is because the what is that? This costume here, it's actually one thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it as one thing. I'm just gonna think of it as a dress actually, instead of trying to separate it into two separate things. Ooh, damn! I didn't do the legs and the. Guess I rushed in to do this. Right. Right. I think that's okay. Let's just add solidifier to this actually. You want it coming out like this. It's a lot more thicker than this. You know, whenever I model clothes, I always make them so thin, but looking at how they do it, especially when you look at references from ZBrush clothing, I guess, you see just how thick the clothes are actually. And it's, you know, because of that, it, you know, gives you that sense of believing, you know, that this is clothing, you know. And usually I leave this very thin like this, but after seeing that, you know, I'm just gonna make it a lot more thicker than it is. Like, look at that. That is let me get a better view of this. Look at that. You can see the thickness over here. See, over here it's better to see it. I mean, you can argue that, you know, this is probably not this, but you can argue that it's the shoulder thing over here that they added, but that's not the case. It's, although that detail, I think that detail is a part of this mesh, you know, actually difficult to see that this here. Over here you can tell that, you know, these are two different objects, I guess. But the thickness, you know, it's thick, quite thick. And because of that, I'm just gonna make this as well, that thickness, level of thickness, I guess. Then I'm just gonna have to move these to the surface over here. It could be, you know, probably his design, but I also saw it. Wait, let me just show you the. I want to search for grayscale clothing. Let's just use Pinterest and just search for grayscale model. Even this one, you can tell, you know, some of these clothing are actually quite thick. You know, the material on. Okay, let's just zoom in, maybe. You want to zoom into that. Let's open this into a new tab. You can tell, you know, that these are actually quite thick. Over here, look at this jacket over here. And I think that's, you know, another mistake I used to make. You know, I remember even the first, especially the first character I made on stream, the clothing, you know, they were so thin that, yeah, it was unbelievable, I guess. You wouldn't think that it's something that, you know, it's clothing or anything like that. Let's make this even. Okay. Can I make this so that it's not like this? I remember maybe complex and play around with these even. I don't like this detail that it's doing over here. I know it's not going to be visible that much, but you know, it's still there, I guess. Maybe what I can do is push this. If I push it out, it might actually just fix it. Maybe not this much, but just a little bit, I guess. Right. This look over here that it's giving, you know. It's actually leaving it in 90 what's this, almost like a flat surface, I guess. That's what's and it's not doing it everywhere. That's the thing, you know. Over here it doesn't. Actually it is. I wonder how it's, you know, calculating this. Maybe I should look into this a little bit more. I remember someone actually using what was it? They were using a different method actually. Was it weighted or something like that? Complex. Okay, this is doing exactly what I wanted to do, but not everywhere. That's none round. So why is it that over here it's working but other areas it's not? With the offset or nope? Constant, let's make it flat. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it as simple and this result. And then, you know, once I apply the modifier, maybe then I can just fix that area. But for now, I'm just gonna stick to this. And over here, let's bring this out. Alright. Make this a lot more longer than that. What I can do, it could also be this reason. Let's try and move this over here. I guess not. I thought, you know, just by moving this over here, I might get a better result. Or maybe in this one. Nope. But anyways, this definitely I needed because, oh, okay, even flip. Okay. Okay, the first item is done. Now the sides, I guess. Let's just look at them properly. These are separate objects, as you can see, so we're gonna create that and Okay, first I'm actually gonna create these two. Wait, let's look at it from a point where she's not crouching. I know here that it's probably one object. I mean, like, it looks like one object, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it into 3 objects, I guess. I mean, I can make it into 1 object and then, you know, but I think making it into 3 objects is a better choice, you know. Each of these it's gonna be an object of its own. Then I can just hide. Okay, let's name this. I'm gonna call this dress, and this, I don't know for now. I don't know what to name it. Yeah, I'm gonna start with this one, this wider one, I guess. Okay, let's just hide the stress. Over here, maybe. I'm gonna take this actually and join that. And then delete these, I guess.
I thought I was doing okay. God, how did I end up this way? Think I'm getting used to this pain, and I only got myself to blame.
Okay, wait. What I can do actually, get a cleaner look of that. Can I delete this? Ooh. Oh, damn it. I mean, I can't insert it the way I want it because of this. This is not okay. What I'm gonna do is just for now, I guess, make this thicker, or maybe the other way around, and then select this. So basically the reason why it's not doing, okay, wait, it's because there's no thickness to the model, I guess. Delete these faces. Wait. Okay. So that's why it wasn't doing anything, I guess. Selecting that when I pressed B, I guess it you know, it wasn't doing that. It was canceling the whatever command I had. Although this part I wanted continuing down. Ooh, okay. Still not what I want. Okay, let's just remove this. I'll remove that part later. For now I'm just gonna leave it like that. Or maybe even that I could have just left it, but it seems better to, you know, not include it. Okay, we have two triangles over here, but I'm just gonna leave it. It's gonna be a flat surface, so it's not gonna be that visible. And then I'm just gonna solidify. Oh, yeah, I wasn't aware of that, but looks like you can't, what's this? You can't do, you can't undo on whatever thing you do on the modifier, actually. I did not know that, actually. Whatever settings you have on, you know, whatever you change on the modifier, it seems like you can't undo it. Maybe it's just, my computer, I don't know. Ooh, okay, before doing this, let me actually have this. Modeling this while taking this into consideration, I guess. Based off this, it looks like I actually made it a lot more smaller than it should have been. It should actually end here, like this, maybe. I'm actually gonna redo this. I mean, I could have just done this with push it up, but I don't know. I think just redoing it is a lot more better. Okay, that seems okay. And then
there's something in my chest that I can't hide.
okay, what I'm gonna do actually is also make this a duplicate and then hide one.
I've been here before and said goodbye.
Yeah, for now let's just hide one and remove this.
Are you the one when I try to look, I wish I'd find.
Okay, and
How can I love when I've been hurt 100 times? For you I give it one more try.
like that. No, gonna make it like this. Oof. Okay. Yeah, they seem quite far apart actually. I don't want the distance, you know, of them to be this far apart. Especially here. I mean, over here, the corners over here. I'm considering this corner and this corner.
With my doubts, oh, I leave them all behind, but don't know how. Bury my head deep within the crowd, but I'm reaching for your hand to pull me out.
Alright, yeah, I think that's okay, maybe. I think it seems okay. Then I can delete these. Okay, I'm gonna make a duplicate of this one. Then just hide all these. And then take this.
On a boiling desert road, heading far away to some place we don't know. Is it true all the things they say, that we will come to an end? Is it true all the things they say, maybe we could pretend? I don't wanna let go of your love, I don't wanna
How can I attach this now? Oh, okay, wait. Let's just attach it to the face. Basically, the reason why I took that is so that this can, have the same surface, I guess. Now the question is, how do I attach this? Not, it's just gonna be guesswork, but at least something. Just guessing the distance of these, I guess, and then doing that and removing that. So I have these 3 pieces now. Alright. So this one is the first one that's gonna come, and it's gonna attach to this, right? Okay. Before doing that, and this, what I want to insert these at the same time, I guess, since what is this? The scale is the same for all of these, so, and the scale, it's, although it's not proper scaling, but it's it's even scaling, so it should be fine. So what I can do right now is select all of these basically, and select these and extrude this slightly back. Then bevel this. So now these all have the same thickness, right? Because that's what it seems like it is. And then just delete all of those. Ooh, okay, wait. Before doing that, I actually want to remove this. Actually, let me go back a little bit more before I added the extruding. And just remove them right here. Right. What I can do with this one is add one more loop here. You know, actually at this point I think that's where I can separate them. I mean, work with them differently, I guess. Can actually I think I can remove that loop. And then connect this one to this one, right? Right. Oh, I forgot what I wanted to do with this actually. There was something there was a reason why I actually left these like, you know, the way they are. Okay, I'm just gonna make the same Just gonna make it point. Wait. Maybe 0.3. What's that? I mean, I don't want it to be same thickness as this, so maybe actually half of that. 0.2. Right, that works. And then I'm gonna select these again and just picking these. Oh, okay. Selecting these, I guess. Extrude these. Oh, okay. Not the result I wanted. Okay. Just gonna focus on. Wait, let's just hide this one. Focus on one and let's see. Oh, that's why.
Back to time. I've been busy running my mouth dry, speaking lines of how to find.
See? No, it's still doing this. There should be like a better way of doing this, right? I mean, what causes it to, you know, to be like that? Because if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to make these separate objects actually. Which is, in this case, you know, it sounds like it's a better choice, I guess. If I want this to, you know, be a cleaner, I guess.
All your interests.
Okay, I kind of see why it's not, you know. Yeah, no, it's, I'm gonna separate these, and all of these actually I'm gonna make them into one single object maybe. Separate this. Wait, before doing that, let's do this. Oof. invert and alright, and then I can select these. I wonder how it's gonna separate them. Oh, okay, interesting. And then I can make these ones join them. I think I can also just join these. Okay, you know what? Let's just leave it. Let's move this to simple and just apply this. Point 0.4 maybe. Okay, what's going on? I'm definitely writing 0.4. That's better. Plus, I did it so that it can retain that shape. You know, when you subdivide these, they lose the shape. So Alright, along with the dress. It looks okay right now, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yo, Skittles. Yeah, he just caught me as I'm about to leave. But yeah, the dress is going up good, I guess. Still a couple of things to add to this, but yeah. I don't know how the bag looks like, but it's one thing I'm just gonna have to figure out, you know. I don't think there's anything on the bag. Oh shit, there is actually. Oh damn. Unfortunately, there's no reference. Yeah, this is just gonna be a lot of guesswork, I guess. Trying to understand what's going on over here. But anyways, thanks guys for watching. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream right here. It's looking good. Yeah, the dress is looking good. Get more references. Am I gonna... The thing is, most of these don't have... I do have a couple of references, but they don't have the back view of the dress. 3D references. Yeah, I'll see. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching guys, and like go watch some of series. Yeah, oh yeah, actually that's, yeah, watching some of the series actually might help me to understand what's going on at the back. Yeah, definitely. See you, man. Yeah, see you on Friday guys, and bye. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night. Cheers.